What's up, guys? I just got out of seeing the new horror movie Immaculate starring Sydney Sweeney. Now, it took 4 months, but we finally got a good fucking horror movie. It took 4 months, baby, but we're here. We got a horror movie. It's scary. It has good acting. It has good cinematography. It has everything that you could want. And I was watching this movie. I was watching the reviews on this movie the whole week because I did not want to see that new Ghostbusters movie. Like, I still don't think I'm going to see that new movie. I like 3 actors in the whole movie. It's very rare. It's rare that there's a movie where I can just look at the cast and be like, I don't like these motherfuckers. So it's like when I looked at this cast, like I only like 3 of these people in this movie. Like there's one girl in that movie, and you know who that girl is, who is consistently in dog shit movies. She was just in Madam Web with Sydney Sweeney, so you probably know who I'm talking about. She's consistently in dog shit, and I really did not want to. I didn't really want to partake in Ghostbusters, so I went and saw Immaculate at the beginning of the week, Monday. This was at 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. We are as of right now. It's Friday. It's the 22nd of March. It's 78%. It went up 17%. It went from 6 out of 10 people liking it to almost 8 out of 10 who have seen it. Almost 8 out of 10 people have seen this movie liking it. And man, this movie is an hour and 30 minutes long. Once again, props to Hollywood for finally getting back to the 90-minute fucking run times. Not everything has to be an hour 45. Not every trip to the movie theaters has to take 3 hours. Not every trip to the movie theaters have to be this 3 hour. A 3 hour trip that it doesn't have to take so long. Like movies can be 90 minutes, they can be an hour and 25 minutes, they can be an hour and 20 minutes, whatever works best for your movie. And this 90 minutes went by quick, man. It went by quick. You start off I'm getting ahead of myself. Sydney Sweeney plays a character named Cecilia. She's from outside of Detroit, Michigan. Her church closed down from low attendance, so they sent her to Italy to be at a church in Italy. She gets there. She immediately realizes this church is fucking cooked. This is weird. Everything about this is weird. There's this one strict girl who I like. She's not in the movie long, but I liked her. I like her. I like the look of her. She's very, she just had weird vibes, and she was on Sydney Sweeney. She was riding her hard. If you know, she was riding her hard. She was all over. She was on her ass hard, and she was just so mean to her. And you will wonder why she's so mean to this girl. I'm not gonna try to do a big recap. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. You get the vibes of the church is weird. Sydney Sweeney's character, Cecilia. She's going about it. She's just trying to be a normal nun, do her vows, do her duties, whatever. But then the people, the pastor, the priest, whatever, they tell her that she's pregnant, and they keep asking her to say her vows over and over again. Keep asking, "Have you ever had sex? Have you ever had sex? Have you ever had sex?" And she's like, "Why do they keep asking me this?" And then they tell her, "You're pregnant." And as the movie goes on, you see how it just keeps getting weirder and weirder and weirder. And I'm not usually a fan of all these nun movies, like the Nun franchise or the spinoff of the Conjuring movies. I'm not really a fan of those movies. All these other 2 and 3 nun movies come out every year, and they're never really that good. But this movie is good, and I think the reason this movie is good is because the way it builds up suspense and the way it builds up tension, the jump scares they're not scary, but they're really creative, and they really do leave an effect on you. And I think that's what this movie has going for it over the other nun movies. It's they'll do shit in the other nun movies that's not really scary, doesn't really build suspense, doesn't really do anything. It's just there, you know? But this movie, I feel like everything that happened in this movie, it was no dead space. Everything mattered. Everything led to something. Everything built around the story, what the movie was trying to tell and what it's trying to get across to the viewer. And I feel like Sydney Sweeney's performance is really fucking good. I don't want to underplay how good a performance is. She's a really great actress. I know she was in that little HBO movie last year about some whistleblower. That's a really good performance that people were raving about last year, and it was a good performance. She's really a great actress. And I saw a couple weeks ago, she was talking about, I want to work with Quentin Tarantino. I think she said she want to work with Nolan. She wants to work with the great directors, and people are trying to play by her name. She's a good actress. like everything that I've seen her in has been pretty fucking good. Madam Web's like the only bad movie I've ever seen her in that I can think of. Everything I've ever seen her in, she's pretty good. And Immaculate's no different. Like, she's a great leading lady. She gave a great performance. I think she should really do more horror. I really think she can, like, have a real big footprint in horror. If she can find her, like, franchise, she can probably make bank forever. If she can find her little cornerstone and have her own little franchise, she can make bank forever. I do want people to know, like, this movie, this is rated R. This is a hard R, too. Like, they aren't bullshitting here. There's gore. There's lots of blood. Like, there's finger violence in here. If you're like squirmish about finger violence, there's finger violence in here. I think there might be, I can't remember, there might be a little bit of eye violence too, but I can't remember it too well. But if you're squirmish about those type of things, it's in this movie. Like, I'm not fucking around. Like, this is real. Like, this is hard R, real gore. Like there's people, like, there's gonna be a scene and that stuff of people going out their way. I'll put it that way. There's going to be scenes of people going out their way. There's going to be scenes of a lot of gore, a lot of blood. If you're squeamish about that stuff, I know you might be a fan of Sweeney, but if you feel more comfortable waiting for streaming so you can see it, so you can have like your own viewing, you can go at your own pace, I understand. But I want people to know that there's a lot of gore. It's a hard R. So overall, I like the movie a lot. I really like the movie a lot, and I'm glad we finally got a good horror movie. It took us 4 months, but we finally got our first good horror movie of 2024. So Immaculate, 8 out of 10. I really liked it. I don't got a lot of gripes about it. I hope you go out and see it. Like I said, it's first good horror movie of the year. We can only go up from here because we got one on the board. We were like what, 0 for 5. Now we got 1. So yeah, Immaculate, 8 out of 10. Peace.